Hey everyone, welcome to another part of my in-depth review of the new Cult Mechanicus Codex. Cool alliteration. As always, my name is Jay. In this part I'm going to be going over the HQs, the troops, maybe the elites and heavy. We'll see. We'll just start talking and I'll end it after a certain point. We'll definitely start with for sure the HQs and troops will be covered in this video. So there's one HQ choice, but in my opinion, he's actually one of the best HQ choices I've ever seen in Warhammer 40k 7th edition. Basically, I'm just going to adjust the camera here. It's a little off. But 105 points. This guy is amazing for 105 points what you get. So you get a Tech Priest Dominus, 105 points. He's Weapon Skill 4, Ballistic Skill 5, Strength, Toughness 4, so he's not going to be instant killed by a lot of stuff, you know. 3 wounds, Initiative 3, 2 attacks, Leadership 9, 2 up, save. So he has a base 2 up save, but he also has an invul. So that's pretty sweet. And so his war gear, Artificer Armor. He has a Volkite Blaster, which is a 24-inch range, Strength 6, AP 5, Heavy 3, Deflagrate. Deflagrate means after normal attacks by this weapon have been resolved, count the number of unsaved wounds caused by the target unit. Immediately resolve a number of additional automatic Strength 6 AP 5 hits on the same unit in the number of to the number of unsaved wounds. So models in this target must still be in range in order to these effects still take effect. Any further wounds caused as a result of this special rule do not cause any further hits. So this Volkite Blaster, basically, it's heavy 3, but I'm guessing he also has Relentless. Yeah, he has Relentless as well. It's going to be amazing against, Horde armies. Shooting orcs, it'll be amazing because he'll hit, he hits on 2s, because Ballistic Skill 5, wounds on 2s, and then after he kills them, he just gets automatic 3 more hits. Like it'd be equal to the number of unsaved wounds, but that's still a lot of wounds. That's pretty cool. He also has a Macro Stubber, which is a pistol, but it's a cool pistol. It's a 12-inch range, Strength 4, AP 6, burst pistol, which shoots 5 times instead of normal. It shoots like 5 shots instead of 1. So that's cool too. He has a Power Axe. So again, like for 105 points, he has a Power Axe, which is Strength plus 1, AP 2, unwieldy, melee. He also has the Macadendrite Harness, which is a close combat weapon as well. But a model of the Macadendrite Harness can fire all of its ranged weapons in the shooting phase. So we can fire both pistol and the thing in the shooting phase. In addition, a model with this Macadendrite Harness is also equipped with a Data Spike. And Data Spikes are melee, and they're also haywire, which is awesome. So that's really cool. And the Data Spike special rule is, I believe he gets an initiative 10 attack. Yes. When the model with this weapon that has a special rule makes melee attacks, it makes an additional melee attack with this weapon at initiative 10 step. Doesn't grant an additional pylon though. So he gets an initiative 10 haywire strike, and he gets to go at initiative 1 with his unwieldy power axe. That's awesome. He has a Scryer Skull, which he can choose to identify a single. So at the start of the game, at the start of each of your turns, a model with the Scryer Skull can choose to identify a single mysterious objective anywhere in the battlefield. Awesome. And finally, Refractor Field, which gives him a 5-up invulnerable save. So, for 105 points, you get a 2-up armor save, Ballistic Skill 5 guy with two guns. One can shoot 5 shots with a pistol, the other one can do like up to 6 wounds. He has a Power Axe, he has a 5-up invulnerable save, he has a Scryer Skull, and a Data Spike. That is amazing for 105 points. Amazing. And he also has, of course, the Canticles of the Messiah, but he also has Feel No Pain. So he has a 2-up with Feel No Pain, or a 5-up invul with Feel No Pain. He's an independent character. He has Master of the Machines, which in each of the shooting phases, instead of firing one of his weapons, a Tech Priest Dominus can either choose to repair a single friendly vehicle that he's in base contact with, or is embarked upon, or to restore a wound lost earlier in the battle. Do so, roll a d6. If the result is 2 or more, your attempt is successful. Yeah. a hull point that is nominated vehicle lost earlier in the battle, or repair a weapon destroyed or immobilized result. So because he's a tech priest, right? Makes sense. And he also has Relentless, of course, so that he can fire his heavy weapons and still do everything as normal. That makes sense. And he can join a squad and make them act as normal as well. That's awesome. He can replace his Volkite Blaster with an Eradication Ray. It's 15 points. I'm not a big fan of the Eradication Ray, personally. It's the same as the Skitarii one. You know, it's similar. 0 to 12 inch range, Strength 8, AP 1, Heavy 1, which isn't bad. Again, I like the Volkite Blaster. It's up to you. You know what? For 15 points, it's not bad. It's a good upgrade. 0 to 12 inches, Strength 8, AP 1, Heavy 1, or 12 to 24 inch range, Strength 6, AP 3, Heavy 1, Blast. Killing Space Marines. Not bad at all. So, the only problem is, though, it doesn't really match his... No, actually, you know what? That might be good. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. But it's a good combination, I think. He can replace his Macro Stubber with a Phosphor Serpenta for 5 points, which is basically 18 inch range, Strength 5, AP 4, Assault 1, Luminagen, which if a unit suffers 1 or more unsaved wounds, glancing or penetrating hits caused by a weapon with the special rule, it counts as cover save, being 1 worse than normal until the end of the phase. Furthermore, units can reroll the dice to determine their charge range against that in the Assault subphase. Cool stuff. So 105 points, Tech Priest Dominus. Awesome. That's all I can say. He is an awesome choice. And now we get to the troops. And I argue these are probably, again, the best troops, one of the best troops in the game, if not the best. I think they're amazing. Space Marines are solid, of course, and Tau have their Fire Warriors, but these guys are awesome as well. You have two choices for the troops. The two guys with the tracks, basically. One of them are the Cataphron Breachers, and the other ones are the Cataphron Destroyers. Each one has their pros and cons. The Cataphron Breachers have the better armor save, but in my opinion, maybe weaker guns. They're still awesome. Versus the Cataphron Destroyers, which have a worse armor save, but access to grav cannons for free. Hello, insanity. So, for 150 points, you get 3 Cataphron Breachers in a squad. They are Weapon Skill, Ballistic Skill 3, which is unfortunate. I was hoping they'd be Ballistic Skill 4. Strength 5, Toughness 5, great. 2 wounds, Initiative 3, 1 attacks, Leadership 8, 3 up save. Cool. Their war gear, they have the Cataphron Breacher Plate, which gives the 3 up save. They have the Heavy Arc Rifle. So this is their base gun, people. Base gun. Is a 36 inch range, Strength 6, AP 5, Heavy 2, Haywire. So again, they're heavy, but if you attach the guy with Relentless to them, they're okay. You know what I mean? But I think that actually maybe the heavy battle servers fix that. I'll see. So their base rifle is 36 inch range, Strength 6, AP 5, Haywire, Heavy 2. That is an awesome gun to have base. And they also have an Arc Claw, which is Close Combat, Strength +1, AP 5, Melee, Haywire. So these guys are going to destroy vehicles like no one's business. Special rules. They have, of course, Canticles of the Omnissiah. They have heavy battle servitors, and they are also very bulky because they're giant guys on tracks. But models with special rule cannot make run moves, but can fire up to 2 weapons in each shooting phase. Now the problems with these guys is they only have 1 weapon. I'm pretty sure. I didn't see 2 guns. It doesn't say can fire a weapon twice. It says can fire up to 2 weapons. So I'm pretty sure that means for these guys, it works well for the other guys who have 2 guns, the destroyers, but the breachers only have 1 gun to my knowledge. Furthermore, models with special rule count as stationary when firing heavy or salvo weapons, even if they moved in the previous movement phase. So that's what I mean. They basically have Relentless in the sense that they can move and fire as normal. They just can't run. Cool. You can take up to 9 additional Cataphron Breachers for 50 points a model. Any model can replace a heavy arc rifle with a torsion cannon for free, and I like these torsion cannons. They are insane. 24 inch range, Strength 8, AP 1, Gravitic Contortion. And Gravitic Contortion, this is the best one. Each time a non-vehicle model suffers an unsaved wound from this weapon, it loses D3 wounds instead of only 1. Each time a vehicle model suffers a penetrating hit from this weapon, it loses D3 hull points instead of 1. So I would say replace the heavy arc rifles with the torsion cannons. They're Strength 8, AP 1, so they're going to be against light armor vehicles. Now against, like, alright, you're going to have a problem against Armor 14, obviously. In that case, you may want to take a combination of heavy arc rifles to do the just to do the hull points off Land Raiders and against, you know, Armor 14. But against Armor 12 and stuff, these guys are going to kick butt because Strength 8, AP 1, and when it does a penetrating hit, it does D3 hull points instead of 1, and it's AP 1. So it's +2 on the explosion shard anyway. So if you don't end up destroying it, you'll still destroy it. That's awesome. They're troops, people. Like, it blows my brain. Or they can replace their Arc Claw with a Hydraulic Claw for 10 points a model. This is just a close combat upgrade. It's Strength +2, AP Dash. Melee, Iron Grasp, Unwieldy. Iron Grasp, when a model equipped with the Hydraulic Claw makes its close combat attacks, you can choose instead to make a single grasp attack. If it does so, roll to hit as normal, but resolve the attack as double the model's strength to a maximum of 10, so it will be Strength 10, AP 2. Cool. But it's unwieldy, so it's like a Power Claw. It's basically a Power Claw, but a single attack Power Claw instead of their normal. They only get one attack normal anyway. So, not bad, I guess, if they salt in. So that's the Cataphragm Breachers. Solid choice. 3-up armor save. Their guns are awesome. You know, they're awesome. They're infantry, so they only move as normal, though. Next, we have the Cataphragm Destroyers. Now, the Cataphragm Destroyers, as I mentioned, better guns, in my opinion, weaker armor save. Trade-off. So, they are also weapon skill to 603. Strength toughness 5. 2 wounds. Initiative 3, 1 attack, leadership 8, 4-up save. Their war gear, the Cataphragm Demi-Plate, which is a 4-up armor save, versus the Cataphragm Breacher Plate, which is a 3-up save. Plasma Culverin. This is their base gun, people. Base gun! Plasma Culverin. 24-inch range, strength 7, AP 2. Blast Gets Hot. So their base gun are Heavy 2, Small Blasts, Strength 7, AP 2, Space Marine Terminator Killers. Awesome. They also have Phosphor Blasters. Now, as I said, these guys have 2 guns. So they're not as close combat oriented, they're more shooting oriented. And they have 2 guns, and they can fire both of them because they also have the Heavy Battle Servitors. They have the Phosphor Blaster, which is a 24-inch range, Strength 5, AP 4, Rapid Fire, Luminagen, which once again, the Luminagen causes unsafe wound, -1 to their cover save, better to assault them after. Special rules, Canticles and the Omnissiah, Heavy Battle Servitors, very bulky. But any model, you can take up to 9 more additional ones for 55 points each. They're 165 points. I forgot to go over that. 165 points for 3. I think it's worth it. But they can replace any Plasma Culverin with a Heavy Grav Cannon for free. So your base troops are like super Centurions. They don't have the 2-up armor save, but they have heavy grav cannons. So they are salvo 4/6 concussive graviton, which the graviton is obviously wound against the armor save. So they're going to be insane. Now let me double check. It says salvo weapons can be fired as normal. Yep. So you can move as normal, fire as normal. So if you bring a squad of 12, that gives you 72. 72. Grav cannon shots at 24-inch range. These things will eat anything. Anything. I'm blown away by this. Or you can replace the Phosphor Blaster with a Cognis Flamer for 5 points each. And that's Strength 5, AP 4, Assault 1, Cognis Flame Wall. Which is Cognis Flame Wall. It inflicts 3 hits on Overwatch instead of D3. So, that's crazy. That is crazy. So those are the 2 troops. I'm going to end here, because we're at 15 minutes, and I still have to go over the elites and the heavies, and I'll do that for the next video, and then the final video I'll do all the formations and my final thoughts. So that was really cool. So to sum up, amazing. They don't have a lot of choices, but 105 points gets you arguably one of the best point-for-point HQs in the game, in my opinion. One of the best, maybe not the best, but he's amazing. For 105 points, you get an HQ with a 3-up save, with a 2-up save, a 5-up Feel No Pain, a 5-up Invulnerable save, a Power Axe, 2 guns. Like, it's just nuts. And he gives his, he has Relentless, and oh wow, he is awesome. The 2 troops, I like them both. You can argue both ways. The ones that are made for close combat have a better armor save, will survive longer, and they're cheaper. Versus the other ones, which are 5 points more expensive, but you get them grav cannons for free and just annihilate your opponent. You have to get up close, 24-inch range, but still, you'll kill anything you point the gun at. Anything. And I think these guys are going to be needed because it's obviously a lot of the army's tackled against vehicles. And the grav weapons can do vehicles as well, but again, they'll kill anything with armor, right? Any Terminator will die, Paladins will be eaten, everything will die to these things. Monstrous creatures will just be disappearing off the battlefield by your base troops. That's awesome. I love this codex so far. They look great. Rules are awesome. So thank you very much for watching this part. Leave a comment in the comment section down below if you have anything else to add. Did I miss anything? Do you want me to incorporate more? And thank you very much for watching. Until next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting.